Hello everyone, welcome to the Financial Information channel. In this video, I am going to give you my take on the market volatility. Since we are in the correction territory for the Nasdaq, the Dow and the S&P 500. In addition, I am going to give an update on what I have been doing with my stock portfolio during the last few months. And before I start the video, I make videos about the stock market, personal finance, and how to make money online. So if you're interested, you can click on the subscribe and the notification bell. And today, April 2nd, was another bad day in the stock market. And if you're long-time investors, you're not worried because the evaluations were a little bit high prior to the pullbacks that we have faced during the last few weeks. And if you're not investing for the long term, then you can do the following things. The first thing is to make a plan, and that plan needs to include your risk tolerance. You actually need to create a plan what would be your entry price or your exit price on a specific stock. The best thing that you can do is ask yourself, what would you do if you don't have any investments in the stock market? Would you buy stocks at this moment, or would you wait a few months before buying stocks? And by the way, there's nothing wrong with waiting to buy stocks. It all depends on your risk tolerance. And keep in mind that there's no perfect time to buy stocks. And in my case, I don't plan to sell any shares in my long-term account. However, for my short-term account, I have exited some positions and I have sold half of the position on some stocks. And I'll go over what I have been doing during the last few weeks in a few minutes. But let's continue with the video so we can get an idea what would be the most appropriate approach to take when there's a lot of volatility. And the next thing that I plan to do is to rebalance my short-term portfolio. When there's a lot of volatility, usually value stocks and dividend stocks tend to perform better than growth stocks. And one thing to know is that cyclical stocks tend to do a little bit worse than consumer good stocks. And one thing that I have mentioned in the previous videos is that we have earnings during the next few weeks. And with that said, I don't plan to do any trading during earnings. Trading during earnings is actually a bad thing, and the best approach that I'm going to take is to wait until the companies have reported earnings. There's more downside than upside during earnings. And the other action that I'm thinking about doing is to actually invest in some gold or diversify overseas. Now keep in mind, those two options still have some risk. But now I'm gonna give you an update on what I have done during the last few weeks to my short-term portfolio. The first one, I think I mentioned in the previous video that I sold most of my position to Micron when the price was about $60 per share. And I'm going to evaluate what I'm going to do with Micron once I hear the earnings from Samsung and Lam Research. And the next update is about Universal Displays. I actually sold all my position. I sold half during the first few months of 2018 and the other half last month. Now for Universal Displays, that company has gone up so much, so I had to take the profits in that company. Now for the next company, it's the opposite. I actually ended up losing money with AMD. There was a stop that actually was triggered today when the company share price moved down over $10. Now I told you last year when I actually started investing in AMD when the share price was about $13.50. And even though that I lost money in AMD, the things that sucked the most was all the time that I lost in 2017 because I was investing in AMD. I could have invested that money into a different semiconductor company, and at this time I would have been okay. Now the next company was the one that I mentioned in June along with Universal Displays. I actually cut in half my position, and that is Applied Materials. And the reason why I cut in half the position is because I exited from Universal Displays, and that actually drives a lot of the revenue for the company. In addition, I needed to cut more position in technology stocks to get more cash. And the last company that I exited was Aramas Pharmaceutical. And that was another investment where I had gone up so much during the last few months. And the next three companies are companies that I have set stops. And in case the shares pull back on those stops, I can see a huge pullback for those specific companies. And the first one is Southwest. And for Southwest, I bought shares when the price was around $60 during the summer. However, I have been averaging down, and at this moment I'm a little bit negative, but not by a lot. And the other company that I don't want to sell but I put a stop just in case the shares move down at that specific price. It's gonna be IPGP. And I don't think it's gonna hit that stop, but I put it as an insurance. And the last company that had to put a stop is Adobe System. Now for Adobe System, it's in a similar situation that IPGP. I don't want to sell the shares that I have in Adobe, but if it sells, then I plan to buy more shares in the future at a lower price. Now remember, these are short-term investments. For the long term, I don't plan to do anything. In fact, I actually bought more shares for Alphabet. And one thing that I need to clarify, why I sold the shares, because I wanted to get more cash. And getting more cash is going to allow me to invest into different companies during the next few months. I will do an update on my portfolio once the earnings season has passed. And that is gonna be everything for the video. Please leave in the comment section below what do you plan to do during the next few months. I have seen comments in the stock market where people have mentioned the stock market needed a correction. And if you're one of those people, remember to make a plan and to rebalance your portfolio. I can't wait to see what will happen during the next few weeks. Now remember, I do videos about the stock market, personal finance, and how to make money online. So if you're interested, you can click on the subscribe and the notification bell. And remember, you can give a like to the video or a dislike if you didn't like it. And I want to thank you once again for watching the video. Have an excellent day and take care, my friends.